Peace and love, everybody. It is new moon time, and I am here to give a little bit of information about how we can utilize this new moon energy. Of course, those of you who know me know that I host a meditation every month, and prior to that meditation, I like to just come on and give a little insight about this energy and how we can use it. As I always say, whether you are paying attention to the moon or not, whether you do the moon meditations or do any kind of personal work around the moon energy, considering what energy we have present, whether you know it or not, whether you are intentional about it or not, it impacts you. And so it is beneficial for you, or it will behoove you to be aware of the energy that we have present and use it to your benefit, to your benefit. Peace and love. Let me know how my sound is. I'm doing it from my AirPods, which I typically don't do, but I am at one of my favorite black-owned joints in Atlanta, Urban Grind on Marietta Street. And so prior to me heading out to get home, I said, let me go ahead and do this energy report or this guidance video. How's my sound? Peace. All right, excellent. All right, so this is a new moon. New moon is all about new beginnings. It's all about, fresh energy. And like all the other new moons, that's what it's all about. But what is interesting about this new moon, or what I would suggest that you keep in mind, is that we are also still dead in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, and we have a solar eclipse that's connected to this new moon energy. And so while a lot of other new moons, we're really hyped, you're ready to do something new, you're ready to plant seeds and get going and all of those different type of things, this new moon has a different type of energy. It has the same type of hype, new beginnings, plant your seeds, get ready, but it stays there. Get ready. Peace. It stays there. Get ready. Okay. Planning. Let us stay in somewhat of planning mode right now, just because we are in a Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is just not the best time to try to do anything new. It is a great time for you to go to that list of things you have pinned over the months or over the years, over the seasons, and revisit those and maybe put some new energy behind those things. But if you have a revelation for something new, a new beginning or a new project or a new venture or anything like that, if you get that placed on your heart or in your mind, then just stay in the planning mode. Just stay kind of contemplating it, thinking about it, paying attention to your dream state, paying attention to your downloads that happen maybe throughout the day or in your meditations or just when you are contemplating. I would definitely say just log it. Don't really put too much startup energy when it comes to it. This is kind of planning mode. So that's first and foremost. Again, new moon energy brings about the energy of new beginnings, trying things that are new. And so again, whether you are into the moon work, into moon cycle, pay attention to it, you don't know nothing about it, whatever, it still impacts you. So those who didn't know this, you may be saying, man, that's crazy, because I really have been thinking about these things, and I've had these great ideas, and these things have come up. These things have come up in this past last few weeks. That is why, because we're working with the Mercury retrograde energy and we're working with the new moon energy. And so this is time for us to be reflecting, revisiting, kind of planning, thinking things through. This is also a time where, the Creator is really revving up within us in our solar plexus, igniting our will and our zeal around certain areas in our lives. But during this new moon, hold tight, okay? Hold tight. So that's one thing. Let me say this. I just want to plug this in there. Whether you are Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, it doesn't matter, what religion you are. The moon impacts you, okay? If you are a human being, the moon energy impacts you, period. That's just what it is, okay? And doing moon meditation work, it doesn't correlate with religion. I religiously do moon meditation work, but do I worship the moon? No. Do I, is the moon my religion? No. I religiously pay attention to what's going on with the moon, because I'm very clear that as above, so below. Okay, so I just wanted to plug that in there before I continue. All right, I addressed what the new moon vibration is all about, and this new moon in association with this Mercury retrograde is all about. This new moon is also accompanied by a solar eclipse. Now, solar eclipses in general are definitely like reboots. It's like a reboot period. If you can imagine when you reboot your phone or reboot your computer, what that is doing and how is that helping that computer or that phone to go quicker or to catch up with itself, that is what an eclipse energy is all about. Now, we just came off of a lunar eclipse that was associated with the super full moon from the full moon. Now we're in an eclipse season, by the way. Now we're in this eclipse, this solar eclipse, which accompanies new moons. Okay, so when it's eclipsing during a full moon, it is lunar, and when it's eclipsing during a new moon, it is solar. When you think about solar, think about solar plexus, think about your power center, your ashe, your will, your zeal. I pray that you all can hear me. I know there's a lot in the background, but think about your will, your zeal, your ashe, your personal power, this is your God force energy that resides within you. And during a solar eclipse, that energy is ramped up. Okay, it's totally ramped up. So you may really feel energized around some things. And, I hate to tell you, like, be still or don't do anything, but just be aware that we do have this Mercury retrograde that we're working through right now. Now, I want to get into some of the specific things that you want to consider doing this new moon in association with the cosmic activity that's happening alongside this new moon, Mercury retrograde, and solar eclipse, because we got a lot going on. A lot going on. So first things first, I want to emphasize the fact that this is a high vibrational period, so you may feel your creativity that is very heightened, and you may see things move quickly. You may see things, you may feel like, man, if I think about it, if I say it, I see it manifest, or it starts to move in my experience. And so with that being said, watch your mouth, okay? Watch your thoughts. Be careful, because literally it's like your lips are to God's ear. And so you just want to be careful during times like this where the energy is high. You want to be careful all the time. Be conscious of your thoughts, be conscious of your words, because, word sound power is real. Thoughts becoming things is a reality, so you just want to be careful anyway, but certainly during a period that has such high time. With what's going on cosmically, we're in like a fork in the road type of energy. There's this push and pull energy, this kind of go this way, go that way. You could be dealing with some double-mindedness. We are in the energy of Gemini in association with 12 sign astrology. We're in the Gemini phase, so the Mercury retrograde is retrograding in Gemini. The solar eclipse is in Gemini. The new moon is in Gemini. And so Gemini brings that kind of push and pull type of energy. It brings the day night, the contrast, the polarity, which, by the way, creates creation. So, what I was just saying, how this energy is all about creation, and you're really getting a spark of creativity. That's because you have that push and pull. A lot of times we want to stay away from the push and pull. We feel bad when we're double-minded, or we feel bad when we can't quite make our mind up and those types. But listen, the polarity is good, because even through our challenges or through our, struggles sometimes, we learn, and we get to exercise our muscles of discernment, exercise our muscle of faith, exercise our muscle of understanding. And so be clear about your reality, because there could be a lot of different versions of reality present, in your experience. So spend time with yourself, continuously be in meditation and prayers, so that you can be very clear about your reality and stick to that. Stick to your destiny, stick to what God is telling you, what's laid on your heart. No matter what, other people may be saying, or, what you may feel like, my reality kind of clashes with my loved ones, or with my friends, or with my partners, or whatever. You still got to stick with it, because at the end of the day, when you compromise, it's not going to go away. It's going to keep showing itself back up. So let's exercise our strength, let's exercise our discernment, and exercise our prayers, and just pray that justice can be served for all, that I can stay with and stick with my destiny and stick with my visions and dreams, and those who are in my experience, they could be at peace. Peace be still on when it comes to those. Now, we have a lot of mutable things happening right now, so the energy is you have a lot of opportunities to transmute things in your life at this time. So if you really take some time to think through some of the energy in your life and in your experience, you can do the work to transmute some of the energy that's causing barriers in your life, that's causing you not to move forward. And so definitely, if you don't understand the whole idea or concept of transmuting, this would be a great time for you to tap into that and do some transmutation work. All right. How's my sound, y'all? Y'all can hear me? I know it's just so much in the background. I'm trying not to be conscious about it, but please give me some thumbs up if y'all with me, if y'all feeling me, if y'all resonating with something. If you're there, give me some thumbs up just so I can keep on rolling. Then I'll keep on rolling. Got a few more points, and then we're going to end this off. I didn't want it to be too long. All right, I got me a yes, so I'm going to keep on rolling. All right, communication right now. Listen, with this whole Mercury retrograde going on, communication, is always challenged during Mercury retrograde, but not just on the shallow or surface level. It's not just like, oh, it's challenging for me to communicate myself right now. You are being challenged to step into your divinity and communicate from that place. Communicate from that place, from your self-talk to the words that you speak, your truths, to your just kind of everyday communication. You want to communicate from a place of light. You want to communicate from a place of high vibration, of life. So, practicing during this time to really pause, take some time, breathe, be patient with yourself, and communicate what you're truly desiring in life. And also practice communicating in a life-giving way, period. Like about everything, I'm involved in a 21-day journey with some sisters right now of a spiritual organization, and we share every day. And one of the things that I notice is that the life that's being spoken, even though we're talking through some of the things that's coming up in spirit to be reconciled with, so even, and I say that to say, even when you're going through challenges or when you're going through kind of a deep healing type of space, remember to speak life. Speak life. You can explain your situation or what you have going on without amplifying the struggle or the imbalance in it. So challenge yourself to see how you're using your words and see how can I speak in a more life-giving way, no matter what I'm talking about. In everything that I'm saying and everything that I'm doing, may I speak life. That's the kind of vibration that this is calling for. Also, be careful of the mundane type of conversations, the gossipy type conversations, because again, like I said at the beginning, you want to watch your mouth. Right now in this period, it's a very high vibrational period, and so you just want to be careful with the words that you're speaking and even the self-talk. Okay, that my next point was about the self-talk. You just want to be careful of that, because you do have self-talk kind of running in the background sometimes. Sometimes it's subconscious. You don't really know. You're not conscious of that self-talk. Just keep running until you pay more attention. So this time is really good for you to be still and pay attention to your energy. Be an observer. Pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to how things are unfolding. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Do you feel anxious? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling lack? Are you feeling pay attention? Be an observer during this time. Step away. Don't be so attached to this concrete earthly realm. Pull back and rise up. Pull back and rise up so you can be an observer, and so you can be used as a vessel. That's ultimately what we are. We are a vessel. We are a reflection of God. We're vessels of God. And in order for us to really truly be used, we have to detach. We have to detach and also stand in our foundation, our foundation of faith, of strength, of knowing of the reality of God, our belief in, and knowledge of the reality of God. That's what if we stand in that, we can truly be a vessel and be able to see our destinies, visions, dreams come to reality in a peaceful and abundant type way. All right, continue to build your relationship with your intuition and inner guidance system. There are a lot of distractions right now, and so that's the next pointer. It's just sometimes I really emphasize building a relationship with your inner guidance system and your intuition, because you got to develop that. You can't just say, okay, I trust. No, like, it takes work, because we tend to look outside of ourselves as human beings. We're as spiritual beings having a human experience. We oftentimes get caught up in the experience, and so we tend to look outside of ourselves a lot, and that's how we've been conditioned to do. So it's gonna take development and time for you to build trust for your inner guidance system and your intuition. If you think about it, if you are building a relationship with someone, you're not just gonna off the top trust them necessarily. You have to have some time with it. You have to practice listening to them, taking their guidance, trusting them with your, with yourself, and then the trust builds. And so you want to do that with your inner guidance system. I always say, I start with the little things. If I get a little nudging to, grab my umbrella, if I get a little nudging to go back, if I get a little nudging to do this, or do the little bitty ones, if you start to trust that, you'll start getting accustomed to that first voice. I had someone on one of my YouTube videos recently say, listen, I've gotten so bad with allowing ego to run away, allowing my mind to run away, that I don't know if I really hear, if I can decipher my inner guidance system or my intuition. So we do have to practice, so this is a great time for you to do that. The stars are in alignment for us to do it. The energy is on our side. You know what I mean? And lastly, be wise in your decision making right now, y'all. If I can say, really be wise in your decision making, because with what's happening in cosmically, a lot of things that's happening cosmically is having an impact over spans of years, like 2, 3, 4 years. So seeds that you are planting now, whether they're seeds of beauty or seeds of destruction, it is going to have a kind of ricochet effect over a span of some years in your experience. You're going to see it unfold. I've seen this before when we had a Venus retrograde. There was a certain level of energy where it's like, look, what you got going on right now is going to impact you in a few years. And we who was paying attention to that energy, we still, a few people are still talking about it. Like, I can see where that is really impacting us. I think that Venus retrograde was in like 2018 or 2019. But it does, it's all one. Past, present, future, it's all one. And so being intentional and paying attention, you can really be the molder of your life, the shaper of your life, and so that's the benefit of knowing about what's happening cosmically and applying that, or at least paying attention to it, not obsessing over it or worrying about it, but at least taking some of the guidance and activating in your life. Because whether the cosmic energy was set up for certain things or not, the things that I'm suggesting, if you agree, the things that I'm suggesting is just good for life in general. I'm just saying that cosmically, the cosmos are on our side to really benefit from this energy. So that is the new moon and solar eclipse guidance. Of course, I have the meditation tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. The registration link is in the bio, so please do register for that meditation. It's always powerful. During that meditation, I'll talk a little bit more about the energy of my son keep calling me. Okay. So during that meditation, we discuss a little bit more about the energy. Then we do a aligning and grounding, beautiful, powerful meditation to activate our light body. And then we go into whatever exercise is channeled for the evening. So, and I always, I've stopped trying to plan it because, I like to connect with the energy, and then we just channel whatever the exercise is, and then it's always powerful. So I hope to see you on the meditation call tomorrow. Again, that registration link is at the link in bio, and I hope this was impactful for you. Much peace, many blessings to y'all. Happy new moon and solar eclipse. Peace, y'all.